Hey guys, you got Frankenfoot here. Kind of a junk attack to share, but it's a 3-star. But look at the oddity that is this war. This is what they did against us. Yeah. This is what we did against them. Yeah. And this is their number 2, Town Hall 11. Yeah, it was an odd war. Let's see who 3-starred it. Probably the Dragons. Oh, no, they Gobo Laloon did. Interesting choice, but anyway, yeah. So odd war. So I really didn't take this attack that seriously. I just wanted to clean the board of the 9s, so people could start looting on 2 up there. But we'll go ahead and look at it. I just wanted to do something different than a Gobo Laloon. So we're trying to sort of a Valk Pekka healer deal here. And we start establishing a funnel with a baby dragon over there. Queen comes down over here. My intent was for her to walk this way, but a Tesla popped up there and kind of ruined the pathing, unfortunately. Because after this archer tower is gone, I figured she'd go after this dark barracks here, but because that Tesla popped up, it was a little bit closer, and so she started walking the wrong way. That's unfortunate. This was a fresh hit, but they had put nothing but hogs in their clan castle, so I didn't even bother to lure, because I figured the Valks would take care of it. So the queen's walking in the wrong direction, and I figured, well, whatever. Let's not worry about where she's going. Let's just drop the rest of the kill squad where we were going to originally plan. I wanted her to walk in this direction. Folks would meet up in or right in this corner. And because they didn't, the funnel wasn't quite there, but the Valks can move, they're going to take a bit of damage, and that's unfortunate. But, yeah. And, rage and get the kill squad in, get the bowlers in there. I was also late on the bowler drop. But the hogs come out, the Valks obliterate them, and the Valks just kind of petered out at some point in time. I don't rightly know what happened. I was not able to get those healers in a heal spell, and I was unable to get my bowlers down quick enough, and they got distracted. So things just kind of fell apart pretty quick. And as something had taken the Valks out, I don't really know what, but whatever. These things are just kind of petering out here, but I still got 9 hogs in the bank, just kind of waiting around to see what's going to happen. My queen is about to lose her healers. So nothing is really working out like I had wanted to in this attack. But actually made a pretty nice little path for the hogs. So at some point in time, you just got to bite the bullet. You got to drop them. Normally, hogs on an expo is a bad idea, but in this case, there's not a whole lot of point defense around. So I dropped the hogs. I have both poison spells left. Dropped the heal on that expo to get them healed up. And so now they're entering this section, which really only have to worry about the Teslas here, and they're going to fall down quickly because they don't have much health. And somehow or another, I just happened to pull it off. This did not go according to plan whatsoever. I rushed it, but somehow I end up with like 8 or 9 hogs at the end of this thing, running around and smashing stuff with their mouths, and a queen with a sliver of health, and somehow or another I pulled it off. But I'll at least tell you what I was considering when I planned this attack. This air defense, I don't know if this guy knew this, but this is just barely in range if the queen's standing here. You can count, she can reach up to 4 squares over, right? So it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, you silly thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then she can reach, right? So pretend that there's a defense in between the air defense and the wall here. And it's only 1, 2, 3. And she can reach that, but that's as far as she can reach. So if you get the queen to come up in this corner, she will take out that air defense. And because she can do that, she will then take that out, and you got this air sweeper. Well, no, it wasn't going to come into play. I thought one was going to come into play. Oh, if you went this way, it would push you out, but we're not going to worry about that. So if the queen comes in and walks in this direction, I've then got an easy path here to drop a baby dragon here, and then Pekka's and the king with a healer behind him can move in this direction and not really be harassed very much by air defenses, maybe a little bit from this expo. But just drop the healers out here, and they'll stand here and they'll heal them up, and they'll stay here as they move along here, and they won't fall in behind them until they start moving further past them. And by then, the queen should have walked through here, taken out these, dropped the Valks. Everything's going to meet up in the middle, and I wanted to bust in this compartment, let the Valks just kind of come through and do wreckage in this direction. And they'll do that, and when they get to here, all these buildings are going to be gone, so they've got nowhere to go but interior. And with bowlers behind them, and even with the queen behind them, they're going to wreck a lot of these buildings too. And so you'll only have a small sliver of things on the outside left for the hounds to take care of, the hogs rather. So when you get this strategy to work, it works out great, but the queen goes in the wrong direction, things can go pretty sour pretty quickly. So I was thinking with the queen, I'm going to drop her right here, and think about the order she's going to take things out. First, she's going to take out that dark barracks. Why am I having trouble with that? Then the next thing she's probably going to want to take out is that gold mine, but she might want to take that out next. If she's standing over here, she can reach that. So I went ahead and dropped 2 wizards to try to help them clear that quickly, hoping that maybe she wouldn't even go for that, because I don't want her to take any steps in that direction. She doesn't have to, but I didn't get them quite down fast enough. And then with these 3 buildings gone, and the queen standing somewhere around here, she's going to walk up and take out that archer tower. And then with all those buildings gone, the next spot that she's logically going to move is in this direction, probably to take out this building, then this building, then this building, and then the builder's hut, if she can reach that, which I think she can. And then once she's done that, all these buildings are gone, and she's got nowhere to go but over here. And that was a great plan until that darn Tesla popped up. And once that Tesla popped up, she's got bait to lead her in that direction, and that just killed the pathing. And so when that happens, you got to make a decision. You've started the funnel on this side. Do you look and immediately try to find a place that you could send your king and Pekka in, which you could do. You could send the king and the Pekka in here, healer behind it, maybe a couple of wizards to help blast through it, or do you go with the plan that you already were thinking? And I decided to just go ahead and go with the plan that I was already thinking, because this was a nice big compartment to enter, and this strategy requires a nice big compartment to enter. And then once you enter, it's easy peasy. You drop the king and you'll knock this out with a baby dragon. That was probably the bad juju. I dropped the baby dragon early. I should have waited. It's just fate is taunting you at that point. But then if you drop the king and the Pekka here, they're going to go through and like one shot these buildings with the healers on them. They'll stay up pretty well. And then you've got a wonderful funnel set up. This entire half of the base is pretty much wiped out. All these buildings on the exterior are wiped out. So now your Valks are really likely to stay in the interior, because that's what happens with Valks more than anything else. You either waste a spell slot, or 2 spell slots, I'll say, bringing a jump spell, or the Valks are inclined to run outside of the base. But with this strategy, with all these cleared, they're going to run into the inside of the base, and that's one reason it works so well. Plus, raged healers on Valks and raged bowlers are psychotically potent when you get them in the core of the base. But that was the plan. It just petered out. And I still don't know what killed Valks, so let's just go ahead and watch the junk attack that just happened to work out for us. So there's the cursed baby dragon that brought the bad juju. And here comes the queen. Ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. Firing away. And see, there's those wizards, but the queen was already locked onto that. So, yes, she's going for that dark elixir storage next, and now she was going for that archer tower, it looked like, until that Tesla popped up. But that's what killed the pathing, was this Tesla here. So she... Well, I'd have to rewind to see where she was standing, but I figured she'd be standing over here somewhere. And without that Tesla there, obviously the next pathing is going to be here. But because that Tesla popped up, it's just a few squares too close, and she moved in the wrong direction. And that was just bad. And here I am just trying to figure out what to do at this point. Yeah. And I said, well, heck, let's go for it. There they go. Yeah, so you get the king and the Pekkas over here. So the queen's sort of doing work. There's not a whole lot she can do to help out the hogs running around the exterior of the base, but at least this air sweeper's keeping their healers alive. And as you can see, the healers made their way down here without any issue from those air defenses, just by the way they were placed. And the only problem is those Valks took a long time to get joined up with the rest of them. And they are eventually going to get healed up, and I also took way too long getting those boulders down. Oh, there was also that builder's hut there I missed. Yeah, I didn't do a lot of scouting on this base. Like I said, I didn't take this attack super seriously. And because the queen didn't knock out these buildings, the bowlers also didn't have a great funnel. But thankfully, they got rage just enough to knock them out in 1 or 2 rock shots. And they finally waddle their way in, throwing their darn rocks at things. And I still don't know what wiped out those Valks. What in the clan castle? Because I think a bunch of hogs came out of all goofy things. So it must have just been a bunch of point defense or giant bombs or something. Something knocked them out. Don't know what. But yeah, and you've seen the rest. Not a whole lot here. Like I said, trash attack. Lucky I pulled it off. I'd like to tout some great wisdom to you, but I think I just got lucky. But I guess if take away from this, don't give up. You always hold on hope. Maybe, just maybe, you'll squeeze it out. And that's all Frankie's got today. TFN, ta-ta for now.